including the Best Teacher and the Faculty Appreciation Award. Ma'am is deeply committed to mentoring the future healthcare professionals and advancing the midwifery care through the education and the research. Now, I please to hand over the proceeding to our moderator, Ms. Sharon.
Good morning to one and all present here. It's an absolute honor and moment of pride for me to welcome you all this exciting beginning of the International Conference 2025. Today, I have the special privilege of introducing our chairperson for the first session, Ms. Deepa Mukherjee Madam. Is a dynamic academic leader with over 14 years of experience in community health nursing, education and research. Madam has published 24 research papers in reputed journals including Scopus, Web of Science and UGC Care. Madam successfully organized a national conference in collaboration with Spirit in 2024, along with the multiple state-level conferences, workshops, seminars for both faculty and students. Madam has completed 6 professional certification courses through the Coursera and NPTEL and served as a paper setter and convener for various universities across Gujarat, Haryana and Indore. Ms. Deepa Madam has completed 2 intramural funded projects and contributed to 4 projects under Scenery Innovations. Additionally, she holds 2 published patents and 3 design registrations. She actively mentors students and faculty, collaboration with industries like CMC Vellore for learner development and serve as a reviewer for renowned journals like Adolescent Health and Preventive and Community Health. Madam, we are truly honored to have you as a today. Your expertise and inspiring journey are sure to enrich our discussion and ignite fresh perspective. I now request our esteemed chairperson to kindly introduce the speaker, Dr. Jayasilan MD Sir, and lead us forward in this session. Madam, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Sharon Madam, for such a warm welcome. First of all, a very good morning to one and all present over here. It's an absolute honor for me to to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Jayashilam Devdasan Sir, currently working as a professor and dean at Annai JKK College of Nursing, graduated with first rank from Bangalore University in 1986 and completed his MSc Nursing from RAK College of Nursing, University of Delhi in 1992. He earned his PhD from the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University in 2006 and was later honored with an honorary doctorate in nursing administration from World University, Arizona. With experience as a public health nurse at JIPMAR and CMC Velo, he has served as a resource person in multiple research forums and has guided over 500 postgraduate theses and 11 PhD scholars. A member of key academic council and nursing association, Dr. Jayashilan Sir has published more than 25 scientific papers, edited the journal The Nurse, organized international workshops and held leadership roles, including past president of TNAI, Tamil Nadu branch. His contribution have earned him prestigious award like the Best Teacher Award in 2011, Best Nursing Leadership Award in 2011 and the National Florence Nightingale Award in 2013. So sir, it is an absolute honor for all of us to have you over here to discuss one of the important topic along with our listeners today. So welcome on the stage, sir. Thank you, sir. The stage is yours, sir.
Good morning, all of you. Why there is a subdued atmosphere here? Huh? The atmosphere is subdued. I think you have come to escape from heat outside to a cooler place. It looks like that. How many of you are from only Gujarat? Very good. Majority. Anybody outside apart from speakers? Anybody apart from speakers who have come from other state? Great. Good. Distinguished guests, Sidram and members of SOCHNI, it's a great pleasure that I stand before you. Food is a real big problem. It was considered as one of the needs, but nowadays that has become a problem. Whether there is food, there is problem. When there is no food, there is a problem. Right? It has become like that. And scientific community also changes their standards every now and then. Right? In the newspaper, if you read, sometimes they say drinking tea will prevent heart attack. Then another 20 days they will say more tea will cause you to go sick. Sometimes they say coffee is very good. And another time they say coffee is very bad. And then this is how so confusing the whole world is. Right? And adding to the confusion, WHO also is there. Once upon a time they said you must start your weaning by the 4th month. Now they are telling we want to reduce diarrhea, so you feed up to 6 months. Right? But mothers don't have time nor willingness. Right? Body shape is more important than baby's health. So many things are coming into play as far as food is concerned. I was thinking, what on earth I am going to talk about food? Everybody knows. To tell the fact that the pova and that khichdi, or what we call it as khichdi upuma, they gave me, it was not filling my stomach. So I was the only person asked for the second serve. Right? So it goes with individual people, how much you eat, that and what you eat and all that. Normally eat what is available before us, right? Yeah, and a teacher who taught us economy, today's wants are becoming tomorrow's needs, right? So like that, food also is there. There was a time there was no money in the pocket, so we learned how to live without anything extra. We wanted to feed only with water or maybe a limited whatever was available, right? When you earn, you have enough money and you want to eat anything and everything which looks attractive, right? One day I was in Chennai. The software engineers, they were all paid very well. Okay, even I think now it has come down a little bit, but previously they were paid so much, right? Some young people, they were eating so much fried food, right? Chili gobi, chili this, chili that and all that. Okay, I was watching the meeting and by then I was having all, this NCD. So I was advised not to eat. The gastroenterologist whom I consulted, for the job you're doing, you should eat only one guava fruit. Why do you want to eat all the 3 times, right? So that's enough for you. So like that, but having the pain, experiencing the pain of these diseases, right? I was not able to control myself. I walked onto the table and said, Thambi, it is very good. You are eating, you want to enjoy your food. But then I don't know whether it was beyond, it was not a manner to go and interrupt somebody eating, but I was boiling so much within myself that I went and told that young man, Thambi, you are eating very nicely, but in the long run it may not be good for you. So you must know how to change this, right? So all these things come into play when we go through the journey of life, right? It's all how much it is produced, how much it is. I don't want to show any PowerPoint because it becomes like a classroom, right? So whatever I have prepared, I will slip through all these slides, but the essence is this, right? Production of food, preservation of food, and then utility of food. More than utility, how you channelize the food chain, how it is transferred from the production to another, to the needy people. Then comes affordability, acceptability, right? I don't know how many of you eat daily idli here? Idli? Anybody who eats idli as a staple food? Idli? Maybe you go to a restaurant and you take it as a special diet, maybe in this place. But in our place, idli is the most common one, right? And we are very proud of it because, right, we say it has protein, it has carbohydrate, and it is steamed, right? And all these things. So it is filling. In fact, when I went to Delhi, I went to a North Indian couple and taught them how to eat idli, right? Because here, how they eat is they take one piece of idli, put it in their mouth, then another take a spoon of sambar and pour it in their mouth. That's not the way you eat idli. The way you eat idli is you smash it with sambar, right? Normally we are used to eat with fingers, right? The best spoon God has given, right? So, right. So that's not the way to eat idli. Idli you have to smash with the sambar and then eat. Don't drink separately, right? Right. So these are the small tips we are learning in this international conference. Okay. Right. Now, hunger is a natural instinct, right? Hunger is a natural instinct. Everybody wants food. If you want to survive, you need to eat, right? What you eat, how much you eat, whether it is available to eat, whether you can afford to eat, right? That's all matters. And when we are hungry, what do? We sometimes overeat, right? Or we eat little under, we don't have whatever the reason may be, we undereat, then we eat or drink wrong foods, right? We eat wrong foods when we are hungry, and lucky people eat balanced way. Then there are people who, even though they are hungry, they can't eat or they unable to eat for whatever the reason, and that is also called indisciplined eating, right? Anything you see, you want to eat, put it in your mouth. Indisciplined eating. Why hunger is a problem? Why hunger is a problem? It may not be produced at all, right? Imagine that your Ahmedabad and all this, your Anand is becoming a jungle of concrete, right? Though we say farmers and all the very important people, who wants to become a farmer in this crowd? Anybody who wants to become a farmer in this crowd? We must really give a big clap to those people. I am also waiting for the time where I will go and rear some cows and poultry. Yeah. So it is very, very important, right? It is very, very important. Farmers, no production, right? And then it's not available. Farmer is producing, it is not transported properly, it is not available in the market, and it is not accessible, right? I want to take it, but it is not accessible, it's not within my reach. It is not acceptable food for me. Then I can afford it, right? And that also is a problem. Then sometimes it is inappropriate, it is available, everything is there, but it is not appropriate for my health. See, these are varieties of issues that can grow up. Now the thing is, chronic hunger, when you don't have continuously a prolonged period of problem related to hunger and mal-eating, okay? You can be overweight or underweight, and all of us, most of us, or we know what are the problems with undernutrition and then overnutrition. And dietary deficiency leads you to specific deficiencies, okay, nutritional deficiencies. I think this vitamin A deficiency, beta hot spots and all that is non-existent. Do you agree? Do you agree? At least in our state, I think it is non-existent. Okay, we cannot show the signs and symptoms as student, beta hot spots, and all those deficiency diseases we are unable to show because it has come way up, right? And another issue is food insecurity, right? Food insecurity, food wastage, and the imbalanced way of eating. That is all, okay, we are focusing today. Now, hunger index, where does India stand? Right? It is in 105th place among the 127 countries. The issue is, it is not about where you stand, but the score that is given at the side. 27.3 is a very dangerous, or it is a serious, it indicates a serious hunger problem in India, right? And one among the 42 countries alongside of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Do you agree? Pakistan and Afghanistan, we are competing with them in terms of hunger. And this is how they calculate the global hunger index: undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting, and child mortality. And these are the color code I have given. We said 27.3. Now see where it lies in the serious, that yellow color, the middle part, 20 to 34. Right? That's the place where we are right now. Right? We may say that maybe urban setup is very good, right? But there are many rural areas or states, right? I think I have one slide about some of the worst affected states. Unfortunately, Gujarat also is one among them, right? Though we have otherwise everything is nice, right? who is promoting this or who is publishing this index, that the Wealth, Hunger, Life and Concern World Life. These are two NGOs from the European country. Okay, they publish this index. Okay, and okay, so with regard to this, one is the hunger index, another one is a food wastage. I have food, but I am wasting. How many of you, I don't know, good parents teach their children not to waste anything, right? Whatever you need, you take and eat. We may think it's my money, my house, I have paid for it. No, right? Whatever, there is no justification that we can offer for a wasted food, right? According to this UNEP, okay, environmental program, United Nations Environmental Program, 1.5 billion tons of food wastage is generated per year. 1.5 billion tons. This is about 17% of global food production. The global cost of food waste is around $1 trillion per year. Right? So imagine the amount of wastage we make. Right? Apart from lack of production or minimal production, not availability, people who are able to afford, they waste. Right? And 60% of food waste occurs at the household level. Majority we only waste. Right? And 28% in the retail accounting, in the shops and other places where they are not able to sell it, or okay, rotten and all those. Approximately 783 million people go hungry, right? They don't have food to eat. On an average, the food wastage per capita is 132 kg per year. One person average wastes around 132 kg of food, right? So next time we eat food, so we must be extra careful. So not to waste, right? Eat what you need, but don't waste. And this is how it affects, okay, all the ages. When there is inadequate food, and health care also is inadequate, right from babies, child, adolescents, and particularly women, and then older people are also affected, right? And this is a scale, this is only for your visual, yeah? Too hungry, weak, dizzy, and then too full. The another extreme is too full, body is miserable. My father told one joke, okay, but very important thing. Two friends, one who was able to eat very well, another one restricted, modest eater. Both of them, they went for a wedding reception. So this modest eater advised his friend, boy, every day you used to eat very well, and then finally you used to find it difficult even to walk. So this time you be careful, he gave a caution. Then what happened, as usual, that the good eater ate very well. And without his control, without his knowledge, unconsciously he ate. Then afterwards he was struggling. Then he told, I already advised you. Now do one thing. You put your two fingers and think, okay, so that you will vomit out and see whether you can relax yourself. Then he said, if I were able to put two fingers inside, I would have kept one banana. He said, so that's how people eat. Okay, right. Now another aspect, now food wastage we saw, and another one is food insecurity. Okay, food insecurity, and how it comes in the following thing I'll show you up. But for this can be tackled by policy intervention. See, policies are very important. This is what government is doing. Then hospital-based intervention, the outer circles I'm reading. The community intervention. Community, how many community nurses, by the way? How many are community nurses? Very good, only people sitting in the front. Let me ask, how many of you would do community specialization in MSc? Very few hands. Okay. God bless India. Because we are people of, we need a lot of community people, yes. Okay, then clinic-based intervention, all this can help you to overcome this food insecurity. Now see this insecurity, right? There are certain contributing factors as well as the results. One is poverty, that we know people who are not, but I don't know whether people can really call themselves poor. At least I don't know, in our state, lot of social support is given nowadays, which means every lady is given a free transport. Every lady is given 1,000 rupees monthly, right? I don't know whether in Gujarat, I don't think Gujarat is giving. And so many women welfare program, right? So which means nobody can say they are poor anymore, unless and otherwise they are lazy, right? You have something or the other to work, right? So poverty, earlier days poverty was a problem. Then hard choices about your eating bills, groceries, okay, how much to spend for it, poor nutrition, struggles in school, and low wage jobs, right? All these were contributing. Now what happens? In turn it goes and decreased ability to work. Then already you are poor, you can't afford the bills. Then also it directly reflects on your physical and mental health, right? So this is how the circle insecurity keeps rolling. Yeah. I said I will give you some statistics. State-wise malnutrition, this is where more prevalent. The first place goes to Bihar, right? 42.9% stunting, 22.9% wasting, and 41% underweight. Then Gujarat, 39% stunting, this is among children, and 25% under 5 children, 25.1% wasting, and 39.7% underweight. And then comes Jharkhand, third place, 39.6 stunting, 22.4 wasting, and 39.4 underweight, right? So I think it has been a battle. It is not that they do not know or they cannot afford, but somewhere, some social studies or these things have to be undertaken, at least in Gujarat. Other places, I don't know. But at least in Gujarat, I think such kind of studies must be. More of you Gujaratis, you better become community health nurses, right? To save your own state, right? If you don't eat food like a medicine, you have to eat medicine like a food later, right? That's what most of maybe your parents or elders are doing right now. You are able to recognize it? Morning one tablet, afternoon one tablet, right? Sometimes injections, then go for regular checkup. Very good. So we have to eat food like a medicine. Now this household insecurity, it has a different dimension. So when there is a household insecurity, what happens? It increases the dependence on inexpensive food. And then highly palatable that are energy dense. This we have to be very clear. Okay. Though there is an insecurity, immediately go and lay your hands on foods which will just satisfy your hunger. Say bakery items, your buns and tea, right? You just satisfy with those items. It is energy dense, but it has no nutritive value. Having enough food in the beginning of the month, this is a problem for families. Having enough food in the beginning of the month, scarcity in the month end, right? We need to teach families how to tackle this problem. Then weight gain over a short period of time. When you eat all these energy dense food, you become, everywhere you lay up what? Fat. Okay. And then take again something, advice or treatment. And then it forces you to develop chronic diseases. Now, inappropriate foods, excessive red meat and increased alcohol, some types of cancer it causes. Then food insecurity, it also gives you stress. When I don't have anything, see, suppose I don't have food, it may be a stress or it may not be a worrisome thing. But imagine I am not able to feed my child, right? I have 2 children, I am not able to feed my children. It is a big stress, right? So therefore, your hypothalamus, adrenal, everything is in action, neuropeptide and cortisol are released, and all your visceral fat is accumulated because of your worry, stress and sorrow. That again leads to chronic disease. Okay, and then this kind of insecurity, lower intake of energy, protein and saturated fat, vitamins and minerals, it contributes to your skin fold thickness, and especially among the reduced skin fold thickness among the elderly. And highly processed food, added sugars, it contributes to your blood glucose. But blood glucose is reduced when you eat whole grains, leans, lean protein and fruits and vegetables. There is a different shift of concept in the balanced diet. Okay, previously when we were students, they were told all the nutrients in the right proportion. That's what we have learned. Okay, now it is a nutrient with various sources. You need to have fruit, you need to have vegetables, you need to have whole grains and lean protein in your plate, right? So that's how you become a balanced diet, right? It is not just calculation of your vitamins and energies and so forth, but how it comes, what are the sources? That's how it becomes balanced. Now this is a comparison, I've taken from 20 onwards worldwide. See the NCD burden and global index of hunger index. 73% of NCD deaths in 2020. 43 million people died. 10 million deaths due to cancer. 19 million deaths due to cardiovascular disease. 4 million chronic disease caused by diabetes. 2020. That time what was the index? The score was 27.5. Okay? And 21, we have slipped to 101 rank with a score of almost maintaining the same score. We are not changed with the GHI score. 18 million people died from NCD before 70 years. Of these premature deaths, 82% occurred in the low and middle income countries. And in 22, right, 2.37 million new cancer cases, 6.78 million cancer deaths were reported. Right? Here we became, India was in 107th rank among 121 countries, Southeast Asia region. And 23-24, 64.9 crore beneficiaries enrolled in NCD portal. Okay, people hesitate to tell whether they are diabetic or hypertensive, but when they were given a soft portal, many of them registered. Okay, right. And 6.78 crore patients under treatment for hypertension and diabetes. Okay, see the index, how it is correlating. The more disease, the hunger thing also. That's all we need to appreciate. Okay, how do we tackle? Promote food security, promote healthy eating, make targeted intervention, then collaborate and advocate. Okay, we have to tackle this hunger. How to make food security? First, we have to, maybe a multiple prong approach we have to make. Tackle with this poverty, then make your nutrition accessible, affordable, acceptable, and strengthen the food chain, supplies, right? Supplies must be made. Now good roads are there, right? Vehicles are flying, yeah. Then healthy eating, you have to eat properly, eat slow, don't eat very fast, right? When you eat fast, they say you are eating more. Don't eat somebody else's food, right? Eat slow. Eat thankfully. Eat what is needed, not what you lust, what you desire. Increase intermittent fasting too for your own health. Then eat fresh and seasonal food. Know what you need for your age condition. Do not waste. Eat a balanced food. Okay? Right. Healthy food environment policies. It must be related to produce, market, preserving, education. See, accessibility and all that we said, affordable, accessible, available, all that is good. But what is lacking also is knowledge of the mother. Right? Okay, if this food, this is sufficient for me. Like that, if there is a concept, education that is good, affordable, accessible, and prevent adulteration and waste management. These are the policies we need. Then what are the targeted interventions? Public distribution system, PDS, right? I think it's available here also. Then Anganwadis, yes, it is a good scheme. Now recently in Tamil Nadu, they have launched breakfast for school children. Compulsorily they have to eat in the government school, compulsory. I am finishing. Yeah, and lunch it was already provided, was started by late one CM, Kamaraj. He started afternoon lunch for them. Then supplements for pregnant, all this we know, then assist elderly. Okay, right, I am skipping because there is constraint of time. And then this is another good and bad of nutrient. Don't be nutrient dense is more important than energy dense. Planned eating than eat for pleasure. Diversification. Focus on variety of grains and all that. Don't stick on to your only staple food. Targeted supplements. And then food fortification, that's very important. Or biofortified crops, the last point. And minimize wastage. Okay, don't waste intentionally or unintentionally. Earn to live. They say 1/3 for living, 1/3 for charity. This is a Jewish principle, right? And 1/3 for saving your money. Okay, promote kitchen garden, raise poultry. This is what I'm going to do. And eat at home. Okay, don't eat at hotels and all that. Eat at home. Eat with your family and members. You'll have a lot of mental health. Healthy diet is a wise investment, right? If you eat well, you are investing well. Your children will have some more years with you, right? You will be available for them. God bless you.
A great discussion which you have bring forward to us. And when sir was telling about all this aspect, and suddenly I could recall, like in 24 hours itself, I might have wasted food. I might have eaten a little bit more. It's just an introspection. I think so majority of the subject is already known to us, but it is more of into the introspection. I think so sir wanted to highlight that we need to be more aware about how actually we are contributing for this hunger, and actually how we can tackle it by ourselves, right sir? Yeah, so it was indeed a great talk, sir, and I think so majority of you should agree with sir. As sir was telling, ki more and more community health nursing professionals we do need. The education, awareness, and that is possible only through community intervention, and nurses are the primary source for it, and the community health nurse definitely we need more. And as because it is hot, humid, and many people doesn't want to come forward for the community health. But I think that is the most independent area of work, right sir? Yes, so we have a lot many things we can do from the point of view of nutrition and tackling the hunger as well. So I just love whatever sir has said, and I hope that we all can do certain changes in terms of our food wastage or intake or our, जिसको बोलते हैं ना, लालच. If we can control a bit of our greediness for the food, so I think so we will be able to overcome, and we can elevate our index little bit better. Thank you so much sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jayaslin sir, for such an engaging and informative presentation. We are grateful for the knowledge you shared with us today. And now it's time for token of appreciation. May I now request to Ms. Deepa Mukherjee ma'am and Ms. Sharon Raj ma'am to present a memento and certificate of appreciation to Dr. Jayasilan MD sir as a small token of our heartfelt thanks for sharing valuable insights and enriching this session with his expertise. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to request Mrs. Chandrila Emmanuel, ma'am, to come on this stage and present a memento and certificate of appreciation to Ms. Sharon Raj, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your smooth coordination, steady guidance, and for making this session run so effortlessly. Thank you all.